ya kutazama Capuchin TV, kitambulisho Katoliki.
Good evening and welcome to the Catholic Focus News, where faith meets the stories shaping the church and society.
And from the heart of the Vatican to the grassroots in Kenya, we bring you inspiring voices, pressing challenges, and the hope that binds us together as the Catholic family.
I'm Asasha Elizabeth.
And I'm Charles Mavaton. Our sign language interpreter is Jen Bayer.
Great, and here are top stories. Of course, in this broadcast, we are going also to have a story of the fitting tribute up in the skies. Kenya's golden girl, Perez Jepchirchir, being celebrated mid-air after conquering the world once again. It just shows, Charles, that whether on the track or the plane, the pride that she inspires knows no boundaries.
I think because as we as the Catholic stress on the word jubilee of hope, we have seen hope.
We've seen hope in her.
Perez, yeah.
Exactly. It's exemplified by what she did. Of course, we were all, millions of Kenyans banked on her, and she did not fail us. So these and more stories, but let's start with first things first.
At the heart of Catholic devotion, St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, the Church marked the feast of Our Lady of Sorrows with a Jubilee of Consolation.
Presiding over the vigil, Pope Leo XIV delivered a homily centered on hope and resilience, dedicating the celebration to those wallowing in hardship, grief, suffering, and poverty. Take a look.
Del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo.
Obdarzy wieczną nagrodą.
The Lord dried their tears.
While reporting from Libya.
Nella Chiesa cerchiamo il cielo aperto, che è Gesù, il ponte di Dio verso di noi.
The Jubilee of Consolation is a reminder that the Church stands with all who suffer, offering hope, comfort, and solidarity in times of pain and poverty.
Now moving on, as thousands of young people across the country take their first steps into higher education, the spotlight is not only on academic pursuit, but also on the values that will shape their journey.
The administrator of the Holy Family Minor Basilica in the Archdiocese of Nairobi, Father Michael Ndichu, reminded the students that discipline, respect, and integrity must remain at the core of their growth if they are to secure a solid future. Alan Deaver is with that report.
The call comes at a time when universities across the country are admitting fresh students. During Sunday Mass at Holy Family Minor Basilica, Father Michael Ndichu urged the youth to remain anchored in the values taught by parents, faith leaders and mentors as they take on new academic journeys.
My message especially is to our young people who have just reported back to school. As you know, this is the third term. You are almost concluding your academic year for 2025. The term is very short with a lot of activities. It's also the term that you are meant, some of you, to be clearing the school, others have the national exams to sit for. And therefore, you will find yourself very, very busy. And again, I want to encourage you to stand firm in the faith that you have received, what the church has taught you, what their parents are doing, inculcating these values in you.
He challenged students to make the best use of their time in school, focusing on studies with discipline and responsibility. Father Ndichu also warned against drug abuse and peer groups that promote destructive behavior, cautioning that such influences can derail dreams and aspirations.
We are at a time when people are looking for shortcuts in drugs, in other immoral acts, in order to elevate maybe the challenges that they may be having. As a young people, I want to encourage you to lead a very good life. Above all, desist from drugs, desist from alcohol and substance abuse. Your future is very bright. Do not be influenced by other negative voices to become like the rest of the people who they are doing. Nowadays, especially because of means of social communications, especially the internet, you might be induced to do what everyone else is doing. Remember, as a young person, you have your own life, and I have said your future is quite beautiful, is quite fulfilling if you remain on the values that you have been taught. I want to encourage you, young people, our sons and daughters, wherever you are, inculcate and appropriate the values of honesty, hard working wherever you are, and that will repay in future.
For the students already in universities and those preparing to join, his message is clear: invest in education and character for the good of your own future and for the nation at large. Reporting for the Catholic Focus, I'm Alan Andiva.
Right there for the young generation, that books alone aren't enough. It is the values that we carry that truly define the future.
Absolutely. You know, as our dear brothers and sisters are joining the university, they will meet different people from different backgrounds.
That's right.
And the focus should be what took you there, not what other people came to bring, to do, actually.
Exactly. And
yes.
then also Father Ndichu mentions about their final exam. So we here wish you the very best in your final exam, but even as you step into the life of the institutions of higher learning, do not forget where you come from. Be sure of sieving out, not just picking everything you encounter, just sieve out what doesn't suit you.
Now, a new food security report shows that nearly 2 million people in 4 arid counties of northeastern Kenya are facing severe hunger.
The government is now appealing to donors for urgent support to avert a looming catastrophe. Experts warn the crisis could worsen if swift action is not taken to cushion communities from the effects of drought and famine.
Let's take a look.
Currently, we are focusing that we are going to have 1.8 million Kenyans who will require emergency food in the next 3 months because of the envisaged failure of rains, of short rains. We are prepared as a government to deal with any emergencies arising from this drought We have alerted our institutions. The State Department of Special Programs is on standby to provide any Kenyan affected by drought, any Kenyan affected by food shortage. Under Article 43 of the Kenyan Constitution, we are obliged to ensure that no Kenyan dies of food shortage.
Police in Ruiru have seized 138 cartons of counterfeit liquor following an intelligence-led operation in Katangora. The fake alcohol, packaged in popular brands, was being illegally distilled in residential house.
One suspect is in custody with the premises owner is still at large, as David Protich reports. Samples have been taken for government analysis, with authorities warning that the unregulated liquor poses a serious health risk to unsuspecting consumers. Let's take a look.
The liquor, packaged in assorted brands, was discovered inside a premises where it was being illegally distilled. Investigations show the counterfeiters were using bottles from well-known manufacturers to make the fake products appear genuine. Authorities believe the illicit alcohol was being sold to unsuspecting customers, raising major health concerns over its unregulated and potentially toxic contents.
Hapa Katongora sub-location kuna pombe haramu ambayo tumepata due to intelligent report ambayo tumepata, na tumepata ni pombe haramu karibu cartons 138 cartons ambayo they are contained different assorted brands. Wanatumia chupa ama ya kampuni kama breweries, Kwal, na huyu mwenye hapa amekuwa anatembea kila mahali, so tumeshapata hapa na wananchi ndio wametupatia hiyo habari, na tutaendelea kuhakikisha tumetoa hizi mapombe haramu hapa.
During the raid, one suspect was arrested and is expected to be arraigned in court. However, the owner of the premises remains at large as police intensify efforts to track him down. The seized liquor has since been handed to the government chemist for further analysis to determine its contents and possible risk to public health.
Wameweka tofauti mbili na Jambo Ice na Jambo Ice. Unaona ni fake so tumepeleka hii kwa government chemist ndio tuchue contents. Hata vile imewekwa contents ya alcohol ni 15%. So unaona hata vile wametumia chupa ya kampani nyingine kuweka pombe ya haramu. Government chemist ndio wataamua, na unaona hata chupa ni tofauti. Wasikunywe hii pombe, ndio tumehimiza wao wanaangalia vizuri, na ndio ni haramu. Sasa pombe haramu wanaletwa na wale watu, so tumehimiza watu waangalie vizuri sana.
Ruiru Deputy County Commissioner Julius Stowe praised residents for providing crucial information that led to the raid. He also urged the public to remain vigilant and avoid consuming unverified alcoholic beverages, warning that counterfeit liquor poses significant dangers. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Kiprotich David.
Now, it is good to note that the fight against illicit liquor and drug abuse isn't just about the police. It calls for vigilance from citizens and firm action from authorities. I remember some years back there was one called, with a funny name, Vuvuzela. And it's and it made some of the victims blind. Yes. Of course, others lost their lives, unfortunately. So it's always good to make sure that we are vigilant and also keen on what we consume.
Absolutely. Now, moving on, costs are mounting in Western Kenya for university and research institutions to play a role in revamping sugarcane farming. This comes amid concerns from farmers over dwindling yield and substandard seed varieties, a crisis threatening the region's economic lifeline.
Stakeholders now want higher learning institutions to step in with academic programs and research that can deliver lasting solutions. Here is Maureen Kimani with that report.
A rally call has been made to universities in Western Kenya to introduce academic programs focused on sugarcane farming. The move is aimed at strengthening the sector, which has become a key source of livelihood for many farmers in the region. Speaking during the reopening ceremony of the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology's Nambale campus, West Kenya Sugar Company Communications Officer Olepito Ignatius Ondanga emphasized the need for academic institutions to play a more active role in agricultural research.
But now with the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology is being revived here, and you're going to come up with agriculture-related courses, you also help us in doing good research, which is the most highly productive CDK. Mkulima anaweza pata ama anaweza panda na grow haraka wakati anapata faida.
He noted that by launching courses on sugarcane farming, universities can empower students and researchers to explore better seed varieties and find lasting solutions to challenges facing the crop in Western Kenya.
Here in Nambale, like why can't you also think of sugar technology so that you can educate our people, you can train them, they become experts in sugar processing in these factories. You look at the number of employees we have in West Kenya, it is massive. They all want to do what? To study. So we are going to partner with this institution going forward. And also, as we invest in agriculture-related courses, that all these seed cane you see around, it's been recycled for many years. Some farmers are even growing ratoon crop number 4. And you expect this farmer to record maximum yield. It can't happen.
His sentiments were echoed by Nambale Member of Parliament Geoffrey, who expressed concern over the struggles many farmers face due to poor quality cane seeds. The MP underscored the urgent need for innovation in seed development, calling for the introduction of modern high-yield sugarcane varieties.
Mazao ya miwa yamekuwa dhaifu ama duni sababu hakuna mbegu ile mzuri. Na mfano mzuri ni hii kasaba, hii muhogo unaona hapa. Tulipanda muhogo unaomba kwa jirani mpaka ikapotea. Si watu wa Kadro wameenda wameresearch, muhogo imerudi. Si ndio ni mbegu? Hata miwa inataka research. Na hiyo research tusiende mbali. Kama hawa wanakuja hapa, tunawaomba. Sababu core business ya Nambale hapa ni agriculture. Watupe faculty ambayo itasaidia, na watu wakitoka hapo, kazi iko tu Olepito hapa, kazi iko Mumias hapa, kazi iko Busia Sugar hapa.
The push for academic involvement is seen as a critical step in transforming sugarcane farming from a subsistence activity into a thriving, science-backed enterprise that benefits both farmers and the local economy. Reporting for Catholic Focus, I'm Maureen Kimani.
And even as farmers in the sugar belt push for research-based solutions to secure their future, others in Matungulu are grappling with a different challenge, what they call a land title scam that has left them counting losses. Our next report sheds light on the allegations, on these allegations.
Cooperative Society in Matungulu's sub-county have raised concerns over what they describe as an elaborate scam orchestrated by self-style coordinated who claim, sorry, I beg your pardon, the society now want a police the society now want police and the DCI to intervene in the alleged fraud that has left members counting heavy losses. The following report unpacks details of the alleged fraud accusation leveled against one Cyrus Masaku. Let's take a look.
In Matungulu sub-county, the spirit of collective farming and savings has long united local societies. But today, leaders from more than 6 cooperatives say their unity has been tested by a man they accuse of deception, intimidation and fraud. The societies, among them Kwamatingi, Kimiti, Mukamuku, Kayata, Matu Wendano, Chaume and Mwatati, are pointing fingers at one Cyrus Mutunga Masaku, a man they say has been parading himself as a government-appointed coordinator.
Cyrus Mutunga Masaku anasema yeye ni proxy ya serikali. Tunasema tujue yeye ni wa kitengo gani, kwa vile amekonikoni watu huku na hiyo jina na anaharibu jina ya serikali.
Cyrus sikuwa ninamjua, lakini wakati walikuja kwangu akasema wanatoka office the president State House na kilio yetu ya matuendano kimesikika, hata president anajua. Saa hiyo nikamkubali, nikampatia documents za matuendano. Ile shamba tulianza kukondesha kulima, Cyrus alikuwa anaenda anakondesha na pesa zote anaiweka kwa mfuko.
Alisema ni coordinator wa mashamba Ukambani yote na especially Matungulu, na akasema alichaguliwa na wazee wa Matungulu akuwe coordinator wa societies. Na vile mimi najua cooperative societies ziko under cooperative, zikiwa na commissioner wa cooperatives national, na pia kwa county kuna commissioner. Pia company zile ziko within Matungulu ziko under Companies Act na zinasimamiwa na Registrar of Companies.
Movi adds that with elections for Matu Wendano Society just days away, the poll had to be moved from Matungulu to Machakos town, citing lack of security and alleged interference by the so-called coordinator.
Alafu anasema mkutano ya Matu Wendano iwezi kuwa huku Matungulu kwa vile hakuna security. Na kuna security agents huku, kuna kitengo cha DCI, police, Madam DCC na timu wote wako hapa. Tuauliza ikienda kuchaguliwa huko Machakos, wanye watachaguliwa wataishi huko kama huko hakuna security.
From one society to another, the allegations follow a pattern: hefty payments, lofty promises and silence when members start asking questions.
Alinikaribia kama chairman wa committee, akaniambia anataka kunisaidia kwa title deed za members kwa shamba ya committee. Na wakati huo nikakaribiana na yeye na committee members wa committee, na akatuambia anataka atusaidie, na tukampea shilingi 100,000 kupita kwa simu siku ya kwanza. Akaja tena baada ya wiki 3, akaja tena akatuambia pia kuna pesa zinatakikana, na zinatakikana 130,000 pia tukampea. Na wakati nilianza kumfuata akaanza kupotea.
For some, the cost has been even higher.
Alikuwa anatoka nje na simu akazungumza, akakuja akatuambia hiyo pesa mharakishe, ule mtu anatoka State House ako tayari na anaongojea hii pesa. Tukampatia akiwa kwa ofisi ya manager.
Mimi hakuna pesa mtu nilichukua. Na sina na siongopi kusema ya kwamba hakuna, kwa sababu ungenipea pesa Wendano kama mimi nani? Mimi am just a coordinator, mtu mwenye ambaye nasaidia wenyewe ili wapate shamba yao.
Hata singine sinaenda kwa kijana anaitwa Mwaka kwa account yake. Na mimi nikamuuliza, kwa nini unataka pesa cash? Waje tukuwekee kwa account yake tuwe na reference. Akaniambia hapana. Huyo mtu anataka cash, hataki kupoteza wakati.
But in a rebuttal interview, the accused Cyrus Masaku denied claims that he oversees multiple cooperatives.
Kuna watu wanasema ati mashamba ya Ukambani ninajifanya mimi ni coordinator wa yote. Hapana. Na coordinate shamba ya Wendano peke yake. Kwa hivyo ile mashamba ingine mimi sihusiki, na lakini ile naweza himiza ni wale ambao wanaongoza hiyo mashamba, tafadhali wacheni kutumia mashamba ya wenyewe vibaya. tafutieni wenyewe hata title deeds, at least mtu apate kitu ya kujivunia, kwa sababu walitafuta hii kitu na jasho, na hakuna maana ya kutumia mali ya watu vibaya.
Masaku insists his friendship with high-profile leaders are personal and should not be dragged into cooperative matters.
Kuna wengine bado wanasema mimi niko na urafiki sijui na nani kwa serikali. Hapana. Na nikiwa na rafiki, nikiwa rafiki wa nani, nisikuwa rafiki wa nani, hiyo ni kitu yangu kibinafsi. Na nitasimama kwa side ya wenye mashamba wa Ukambani wapewe title deeds, na ili waache na makesi itolewe kotini. Na shida ni wale ambao wamekuwa na interest na shamba ya Wendano, wanataka kunichafulia jina. Kwa hivyo mimi number one, mimi nimeandikisha statement, na hata wewe mwenye una claim hiyo, nataka uende uandikishe statement.
Meanwhile, officials from the affected societies confirm they have filed formal complaints with police.
Huyu mtu ni conman, na ni DCIO anatakiwa afanye investigation juu yake.
Tunaomba serikali ituweze kutuchunguzia huyu mtu, kwa vile ananyang'anya wale wazee, wale babu zake, wale mbaba zake. Kwa hivyo naomba watu wa DCI Matungulu waweze kuchunguza the one Cyrus Mutunga Masaku, tumjue ni nani na tujue payroll namba yake ni gani kwa serikali, kwa vile anaterrorize watu wa Matungulu. Yeye anasema watu watawaletea title deed bure. Si tumechukua title, watojua kutoza title deed, lakini anakuja kudanganya watu hapa.
The spotlight now shifts to investigative agencies to establish whether members were indeed duped out of millions of shillings, or if this is a case of politics playing out within Matungulu's vibrant cooperative movement. Asashi Elizabeth, reporting for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV.
On Public Service Cabinet Secretary Geoffrey Ruku has defended his countrywide development tours, dismissing critics who accuse him of overstepping his role.
Speaking in Embu County, Ruku said cabinet secretaries must actively engage citizens to ensure transparency and ownership of government projects. John Beja reports.
The Public Service Human Capital Development and Special Programs Cabinet Secretary Geoffrey Ruku was on the ground in Embu County, launching new infrastructure at Ngose and Njarage Comprehensive School in Evrore. Ruku said his role demands constant engagement with Kenyans, ensuring development projects meet the needs of communities and resources are used prudently.
Tunazunguka Kenya mzima, lakini wakati tunazunguka Kenya mzima, tunakumbuka pia Mbeere North ni Kenya, na lazima iangaliwe na jicho sawa na serikali ya Mheshimiwa Rais William Ruto.
The CS urged civil servants to embrace transparency in service delivery, particularly in marginalized areas like Mbeere, where schools have long lacked proper facilities.
Pesa ya serikali ya Kenya mahali popote iko, tuko na wajibu ya kuhakikisha kwamba hiyo pesa inatumika kwa njia sawa, kuhakikisha kwamba miradi yote kubwa na midogo katika taifa letu la Kenya inafanywa kwa ustandi, ili wananchi wote wa Kenya wafaidike na pesa yao. Hii pesa si ya mtu binafsi, hii pesa ni ya watu wa Kenya, na tukiwa pangose, nyinyi ni wa Kenya, muko na haki ya kuhudumiwa.
He accused critics of being indifferent to the plight of the underprivileged, insisting cabinet work should not be confined to Nairobi.
Maendeleo sio barabara peke yake, maendeleo sio maji peke yake, maendeleo sio stima peke yake, na ile maendeleo ya muhimu zaidi ni kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wako na mazingira nzuri ambao wanasomea, kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wako na pesa ya kulipa karo katika mashule yao, kwa sababu nchi yetu ya Kenya imetengenezwa na familia, na tunajua ya kwamba kona mingi ya Kenya familia iko na shinda, especially in marginalized communities in the Republic of Kenya. Mahali kuna jua kali, mahali kuna kiangazi, in semi-arid and arid areas in the Republic of Kenya, unakuta wale familia ambazo ziko pale zinapaswa kushikiliwa sawa sawa, na familia zile zinapaswa kushikiliwa sawa sawa katika kona ya Kenya, tukiwa huko Mandera, tukiwa Kilifi, tukiwa kona ile ingine, pia ni familia na jamii ya Wambere.
The CS highlighted key projects underway, including new roads upgrades, water and irrigation works, expanded electricity connection, with the government investing nearly 5 billion in Mbeere North alone.
Katika budget ya mwaka huu na wiki ambayo inayokuja, tutaona advertisement ya barabara ya kutoka Ishiara ikienda Karerema, ikienda Kerie, ikienda Momenje, ikienda Ipiara. Serikali ya Mheshimiwa Rais kwa sasa inajenga barabara ya Kanyombora, barabara ya kufika Kamomo. Pale Kamomo kumewekwa daraja kubwa ambayo inaendelea kwa sasa, ikienda huko Soko, ikienda Kagere, ikifika Chicago.
Locals and leaders who accompanied him lauded the government's efforts, saying the project will transform livelihoods. Reporting from Capuchin TV, Catholic Focus, I'm John Beja.
Machakos woman representative Joyce Kamene has slammed the Kenya Kwanza administration over delayed release of school capitation funds, warning the stalemate is crippling learning and forcing premature closures.
Speaking during an empowerment drive in Kangundo, Kamene accused the government of starving school despite citizens paying taxes faithfully. She further faulted President Ruto's regime for worsening economic hardship 3 years in, citing heavy payslip deduction, opaque management of the housing levy and social health authority, and drug shortages in hospitals. Let's take a look.
Toto katika shule waendelee na wabaki shule ndio wasome na wapate kufanya mitihani vizuri. Hatutaki kusikia tu shule itafungwa haraka haraka kwa sababu hakuna pesa. Tunajua Kenya kuna pesa kwa sababu tunatoa ushuru, na kila siku watu wanatoa ushuru, na tunataka watoto wetu wasome. Na pia maneno ya SHA lazima ichunguzwe. Mimi na I fail to understand. Ukienda pande ingine wanasema oh tumepata. Ukikuja huku pande ya kwetu SHA watu bado wanahangaika. Hawalipiwi SHA vile they are supposed to be paid. Tukisikia wakati kiongozi aliingia, President alisema watu watakuwa akienda hospitali wanatibiwa, ule mwenye hana kitu atakuwa akiingia hiyo hospitali anatibiwa na anaenda nyumbani akiwa amepona. Sahi hata kwa hospitali hakuna madawa. Wa release pesa kutoka juu, pesa ikuje mashinani, hospitali zipate madawa. Wacheni nifike hapo. Asanteni sana.
Ndio unaanza.
Kenya's Paris Chipchir was celebrated thousands of feet above the ground as she jetted back home from Japan after her historic women's marathon victory at the World Athletics Championship.
You're recording? Sorry to make you laugh. Congratulations. We are so proud about you. We are very, very honored to have you. And we have a little surprise for you. Congratulations on behalf of PLAZA Airways. We are very honored to have you, and you have done a fantastic job. Getting a gold medal for the marathon. Thank you so much. My pleasure. God bless you, and may all your dreams come true, and you keep getting more and more medals for your country. Thank you. Thank you so much. Would you like to have some non-alcoholic cocktails? indulge in refresco, which is cranberry orange, or you like mango sparkle, which is apple soda water, or you like virgin mango, which is mango juice with ginger ale. Which one do you like? Apple? Okay. Please cheers. My pleasure. Once again, congratulations. We are extremely happy to have you on board. Cheers. Thank you. Congratulations. Do you want to have this one? I'll get the napkins shortly. Thank you.
And that brings us to the close of Catholic Focus News this evening.
On behalf of our sign language interpreter Jen Bai and the entire Catholic Focus team, thank you for watching and may God bless you.
I am Charles Mavaton.
And I'm Asasha Elizabeth. Good evening.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. Watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.